I guess I got to start with something that I didn't think I'd need to explain to rationally grown up, set intelligent people. But apparently there is a huge divide on what people think criticising a player's performance and jumping into their DMs with death threats and hate, and some idiots think it's the same thing. I'm here to tell you it isn't. The amount of comments I read saying, but Craig, you've criticised Darwin, you've criticised Mo, you're part of the hate campaign. Really? You don't understand the difference between me speaking during a game or after a game about a player's performance on my own channel and somebody atting them on social media, jumping into their DMs and plain old hating on them. And I need to explain the difference apparently between that to some people, because heaven forbid, I don't know how some people were raised, but they don't seem to notice the difference. And if you're one of them people that can't tell the difference between a criticism or critique of a performance and hate, you've got problems. You've got a lot of problems, because what you will never find from me is an at on social media, a post on social media telling anyone to get out of our club, me and anybody's DMs being criticising of people. It doesn't happen because it doesn't exist, because I'm a grown up and I understand the difference. But some of the comments are quite frankly idiotic. If you don't know the difference between me saying Darwin had a poor game or Mo had a poor game and I want to kill your family, which is some of the comments that he's been dealing with, then you have bigger issues that I quite frankly can't help you with. So I got to have that as the starting off point for tonight's conversation, because people are very, very, very quick to try and jump on me when they just don't like me. And I get that. But don't try to lie about me and say things that I've done simply aren't true. It does my head in. I get it. It's confirmation bias. You don't like me, so you see something that shows me in any way in a negative light and you jump on it. I get it. I understand that. But it's dangerous. So anyway, that's my starting point for tonight. We got to have these conversations because it's a serious matter around Darwin. And I don't know what caused Darwin Nunez to take down his Liverpool images. I don't know, because I haven't seen them. But what I do know is my true feelings were recorded on a video earlier on that I thought was pretty clear, pretty to the point, and pretty fair based off where we're at. So again, if you don't know the difference between a death threat and somebody having a bad game, you're an idiot. And I mean that sincerely. If you think anybody saying somebody had a poor game and a death threat is the same thing, you're an idiot. There is no other way to word that. It is fair, it is balanced, and it is true. If you don't know the difference and you'd like us to help you with that, no problem. But they are very, very, very different things. One is targeted hate and abuse. The other is an opinion. Anyway, so let's start the conversation. So yesterday evening, the news broke that Darwin Nunez had started to take down images on his Instagram relating to Liverpool Football Club. Now, where I'm confused in this is why. If it's hate, and I'm sure he does receive some horrible messages, because unfortunately in this day and age, social media is full of keyboard warriors that think the anonymity that the internet provides them gives them free rein to speak and threaten and abuse people however they want. It doesn't. So we need to start there. But what I don't like about this is a couple of things. One, that he felt the need to get to this point to do it. And two, I hope he understands that rational, normal people have nothing but love for the man. You can criticise a performance, that's different. But Darwin Nunez has been really well supported from what I've seen from the match-going fans, the travelling cop. You will always hear his name being sung. So these people that are doing these disgusting acts, not only are they not Liverpool fans, they're not football fans, and they're not people that deserve an opinion. They're not people that deserve the ability to post on platforms. I hope Darwin's okay. I sincerely hope he's okay, because I'm an emotional dude. And I've reacted in a whole host of different ways to being abused on social media. From deleting my account, to going onto private, to removing posts, loads of different reasons. And Darwin comes across as a very emotionally led person as well. So my first concern, in fact my only concern, is his health and his well-being. Because performances on a football pitch are one thing, but the guy clearly is suffering. And I hope that we can show him that that's not what 99.9% of Liverpool fans are about. And yes, and I've said it in the video, I will criticise performances from him or anybody, because that's my job as a fan. But it stops there. It stops on the performance. It has nothing to do with what he does outside of that, or what I want in the future. It stops at the end of a game. And this posting of comments to say, you said he was crap 2 weeks ago, blah, blah, blah. That's an opinion. Opinions are fluid. Things change. Opinions change. We mature. We change our opinions. Somebody's form changes. These are all very basic concepts that seem to be past so many people's grasps these days. And it worries me. It worries me because it's not normal. I didn't even think I'd have to explain the difference between me saying 5 out of 10 poor performance for somebody and leave our club and send them death threats. Apparently some idiots think that's the same thing, and that's concerning. These animals, Neanderthals, scumbags on social media, there's a reason so many people are turning their back on it and leaving it. You know, how many content creators do you know that you've liked over the years, or celebrities, musicians, whatever, that have backed away from it? Because social media companies do nothing, absolutely nothing to stem the hate. There's a reason I'm on YouTube, because YouTube are brilliant. They give me controls. They give me an opportunity to moderate my chat, moderate opinions, and remove people that we don't like. I wish social media would stand up, because it's just going to eat itself. It's going to drive itself apart. And I'm really angry and saddened that one of our players has had to do this, or felt the need to do this. And I know people love to point fingers and say this, that and the other, but I'm also sick of being lied about. I don't hate anyone. I criticise a performance. Big difference. And the Cody Gakpo stuff was another recent example of it. And I talk about it in my own chat so many times. There are so many people who are too reactive and don't understand how to behave. It's weird. In this day and age, so many people seem to not understand common decency. And I speak about it every week. I'm concerned, and I hope Darwin's okay. Social media has always been toxic. It has, mate, but that doesn't mean it's right. You know, I talk about this quite a bit as well. People say ignore the hate, to me, to Darwin, to anyone, but that's not the right question. Telling us that, or people to ignore it, isn't the right question. It shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't have to ignore it. Darwin shouldn't have to ignore it, because it shouldn't exist. Social media companies should do more. I don't want Darwin to leave. Look, there's a huge difference again between... I've said this so many times. I understand if people are frustrated with Darwin, and if people think the club should sell him. That's okay. That's called having an opinion. That's what we're supposed to do as fans. So I'll never go in on anybody that said Darwin's missing too many chances, I think he should be sold, or Salah, or anybody else. That's an opinion. That's cool. That's what we're here for. But nobody's going to start coming and threatening them or talking about their family. That's crossing a line, and that's where we as a society just need to step up and be better. Right, so that's the starting off point tonight. And I think we do need to get to a place in society where we can differentiate. You know, having an opinion, a valid opinion on somebody's performances, that's not hate. And I say it in our chat so many times. If somebody criticises Salah for missing a chance, other people will jump in straight away and go, stop hating on Salah. It's not hate. I'm really concerned that people don't see the difference. It's an opinion. It's a valid opinion based on a similar situation, a frame, a shot in time. It isn't an opinion that has to carry with you forever. Like, surely people understand that we can say Alisson had a poor game and still love Alisson. But in some people's minds, one thing somebody says once should be how they're labelled and hold that opinion forever, as if opinions don't change. as if we don't grow and these things aren't fluid. It worries me.